Welcome back to 4029 News on the Record. Congressman Steve Womack is here. He is running for U.S. House of Representatives once again in 2022. Congressman Womack, you were at the Capitol on January 6th when men and women stormed the building last year. A year plus later, how do you think the federal government is handling and reacting to the January 6th event?
Well, I regret the fact that we didn't get the 9/11 style commission that was promoted early on. It was a nonpartisan commission. It had to complete its work by the end of last year, and it had to have buy-in from both sides, from the appointees from the Republican and Democrat sides to call witnesses, subpoena witnesses. So I'm disappointed that we didn't do that. I was one of the 35 Republicans that voted for it, and I stand by that decision. There are just so many questions that remain unanswered as to the intelligence summaries and the preparations for what eventually happened on the 6th day of January. Since that time, it's just been a partisan witch hunt. And I hate that. I mean, there will be certain facts and disclosures that will be made through the current style commission established by Nancy Pelosi, but I don't think we'll get to the crux of many of the issues because they wouldn't be complementary, shall we say, to the left. So I'm disappointed we didn't do it right in the beginning, but we have what we have, and I'm not real sure it's going to do much more than just basically throw more gasoline on the fire.
What about the prosecution currently of several Arkansans who were there that day, including a man from Gravette who had his feet allegedly on Nancy Pelosi's desk? How do you think the federal government and prosecutors have been handling the individual cases?
Well, there's been 700 plus people that have been charged in the January 6th uprising, and including a gentleman from my own district. Look, it's a DOJ issue. That's not for me to, really opine on. From what I can see, it's going through that process, and that criminal justice process, when you got hundreds and hundreds of people that are involved, certainly is going to take some time. So let's just see how. I believe that illegally entered the Capitol that day, and certainly those that participated in the destruction and in all of the damage that was done to the Capitol, over $1 million worth of damage. I think every one of those people should be held accountable and basically pay the price subject to the law. So we'll just have to have it play out.
All right. Well, Congressman, in about 30 seconds, why do you feel you are a better candidate than your opponents?
It's the body of my work. I've never missed a vote, knock on wood. I provide great constituent service. I have the needs of the 3rd District of Arkansas well within my grasp. We're going to invite now Madison County has now rejoined the 3rd District of Arkansas, and I've got a history in Madison County. My military academy work is, among all of these things, this is the body of work that a congressman is going to be asked to do. And I'm ready, I'm experienced, I got a senior position on a very important committee, just anxious to get back to doing the work of our country and certainly for the 3rd District voters.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Congressman Steve Womack, incumbent for U.S. House of Representatives. Thank you.